everybody. I'll light here. You can sit here. Let me turn around. The light's not very good. Sawadee Cup, Sawadee Ton Chow, live from Bangkok, Thailand. How's everybody doing? There we go, it's perfect. I've got myself a longo, a little bit different than what I usually drink, but it's very good. And today we're gonna go over my favorite Thai meals, which there may be some on this list you've never heard of or you don't know about, and there may be some on this list, well, there are some on the list that you definitely know about. So stick with me, sit here for the next hour, hour and a half, and hear what I've got to say. Hey Jim, how you doing? How's things? We're here today at Roots. Well, no, it's not Roots. It's the Commons. I'm so used to saying Roots, the Commons. Roots is a coffee shop downstairs, all the way down on the ground floor. And this place here is the very trendy Commons, just like the Commons area on Tonglor 17. And today I'm in Roast Coffee, which is a very highly recommended coffee shop, and it's open from 8 to 11. It's a very good place. Coffee's very good, as you would expect. But they have food. It's a restaurant. It's kind of like the coffee club or one of these kind of places, but it's very good. And yeah, I mean, you know, it's a middle of the road kind of coffee place. A little on the trendy side, if you will, because it's a little pricey. You know, you're gonna have meals here. They're all 250, 300, 350 baht. Maybe they're even more. But by the time you get out of here for one person, you're gonna spend anywhere from about 350 to 500 baht for one person. So I just talked to him the other day. He's fine. At least that's what he's telling me. He's fine. So anyway, so I've got my coffee. I'm gonna make an order. I want some breakfast. I'm gonna have a breakfast today, which is a little unusual, but you know. And today I'm just going with straight up flapjacks. Muang is my favorite. That neck meat is fire. Thank you, Richard. Muang. Well, I have something on the list that you might like. So just stick with me for a few minutes, and we'll get to it. Wait for a few people to come in. Right now, the Thai baht is 34.46 to the dollar. Air quality is 64, which is moderate. You know, it's okay now. That's what I'll say. It's okay. People ask me what it's like living in Bangkok. Do you like it? Well, there's days that I come out and I go, wow, it's great to be here. It's great to be alive. It's great to be looking around and just living in this big city. And then there's days I wake up and I go, oh, what a shithole. I go, why should I be here? Why do I need to be here? Why am I not out on some deserted island with my feet in the sand, or I'm in the ocean, or whatever it is? But that day is coming. Whether it's here, Ecuador, Miami, wherever it is, it doesn't really matter. It's going to happen eventually. It's going to happen. As long as I stay alive for a few more years, it's going to happen. So it's 82 degrees, high of 89, low of 77. The feel like temperature is 88 degrees, and it is 77% humidity. And all day today, if you look outside, I don't know if you can see it because, oh, okay, it's a little better. If you look here, it's very cloudy, overcast, and it's going to be a rainy day today. Now, please do me a favor. If you like this video, if you like the videos I do, if you like the streams I do, smash that like button. I'd appreciate it. Hit the join button, which if you're in Thailand, I think you need to use a VPN. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and go down in the description. You can go to anamericaninbangkok.com and get news, information, and check out my books, check out my merch. And everything down in the description is meant to help you to get a hold of me, get in touch with me, or just to learn a little bit more about what's going on here in Thailand. I don't know everything. I don't profess to know everything, and but I've been here a long time and I know a thing or two. So that's what I'll say. Let me see if I can get an order in here. Called น้ำเปล่า แล้วก็ pancake น้ำเปล่า แล้วก็ pancake
ค่ะบลูเบอร์รี่แพนเค้ก
no
นะคะ
pancake just regular old pancakes
อันนี้ใช่ไหมคะ
yeah pancakes yeah buttermilk pancakes
น้ำเปล่าเป็นน้ำเย็นไหมคะ
cup all right so we're set to go here I got a coffee I got brekkie I got a little water. We're all ready to go. So that's good to know. She's a little confused. Do you want the blueberry? I don't want blueberry on my pancakes. Not today. Now I have to say, you know, the other day I just was walking through Happy Land. And in Happy Land, there's the front part of Happy Land, the back part of Happy Land. I was in the back part of Happy Land. Either in the front part or the back part of Happy Land, there's usually, in the last couple of months, there's been a girl sitting there. And, thank you.
Sorry.
No problem. She's been sitting there and she sells cologne. Now, it's real cologne. But for whatever reason, they have a couple of them, they fell off the boat or they were on the back of it. They found them in a truck. I don't know what the deal is with them, but they're real. It's legit. And, you know, I've got a couple of bottles. I know what the price is. 1,700 baht. 3,300 baht for 2 bottles. So I got 2 bottles. So the other day I was walking by. Now there was a girl in the front part of Happy Land, and she had moved. She wasn't there anymore. She gave me her number. I got her number. If I want to call her, I want to get a hold of her, I can get myself some more cologne, whatever. I'm walking towards the back. I see a girl sitting in the back. I see her and I thought, there's no price here. I want to know how much she's going to charge me. Now I know it's 1,700 baht. And she is, we'll just say, the girl that was sitting in the front part of the building was pretty attractive. She was a nice looking girl. The girl sitting in the back left a little something to be desired, if you will. So I said to her, can you tell me how much a bottle of this cologne is? She says, oh, 2,700 baht. I said, what? Yeah, normally they're 5,000 baht. I said, honey, you didn't catch me, you know. Fully vaccinated. กี่ครั้งครับฉีดยากี่ครั้ง
4 ครั้ง
4 ครั้งนะ I'm getting my water here. My banana.
มีทิชชู่ค่ะ
Sorry. Don't worry about it. All right. Got my water. I'm all set to go. So I said to her, 2,700 baht. Wow, that's really expensive. She said, oh no, very cheap, very cheap. I said, it's not cheap because I know you sell them for 1,700 baht. Thank you. So, you know, immediately I decide I'm walking away. I don't even want to talk to this chick anymore because she's already pissed me off. 1,700 baht. I mean, you know, she's trying to nail me for an extra 1,000 baht. It's not even about, it's just about what's fair and what's good business. So I walked away. I will never buy from that chick. I don't care what she sells me the cologne for, I'll never buy them from her. So just thought I'd like to tell you that because it doesn't matter where you are, who you're dealing with, you know, it really doesn't matter. If they think they can pull one over on you, they'll try it on you. So sometimes you got to be a little bit, you know, you got to be a little sharp. You got to know what's going on. You got to know what's what, and you need to watch yourself because, I mean, it's only money, right? It's not all that much. It's only 1,000 baht. Oh, it's only 1,000 baht. It's about 30 bucks. She's trying to rip me off for an extra 30 bucks. I'm like, you know, come on. You know, if she just given me the fair price, if she had said something like 2,000 baht, I would have said, no, 1,700. She would have been, oh, okay. Then I would have been like, all right, no problem. But she didn't. She tried to tell me that the cologne is normally very expensive. It's this price, it's that price. And, you know, I know that the prices are discounted. So, you know, I wasn't mad or anything like that, but I just thought, I'm not going to buy from her. Why do I need to go to her? So, there you go. I mean, it can be, it does, I mean, I'm out in Happy Land. That Happy Land Center is not a Farang place. It's a place when, if you're a Farang and you're there, generally, you're there because you know the area, you've been there for a while, you speak the language, you live there, you know, you've been there. You've done that. You've been around the block once or twice. You would think they wouldn't try to rip you off. You go into the mall, you don't see that many foreigners. You see a couple. You go into Happy Land, you might see, you know, a couple of foreigners. I see more foreigners in the gym than I do in Happy Land. They go into the gym and there's probably maybe three foreigners in the gym. In my yoga classes, there's never a foreigner in my class. You know, lifting weights, that's a little different. There's one or two. Maybe on a busy day, there's 3 foreigners in the gym. So, you know, that's how it goes. Anyway, I just figured I'd tell you guys that. But today we're going to talk about food. And I just started thinking about it because, you know what? I put the video up, when was it? Last night for Khao Soi. Khao Soi is a fantastic dish. That's what I'll say. It's so delicious. It's so good that as long as you don't eat it, you know, a couple of times every day, you won't get tired of it. It's so good. It's crunchy, it's smooth, it's creamy. Oh, it's so good. So it got me thinking, well, what are my favorite meals in Thailand? What are the favorite dishes what are my favorite dishes? Not what are the normal Thai dishes that people eat. What are the, you know, things that when you come, oh, you have to try that. No, what are my favorite dishes? And so I came up with 15 dishes. And no, pad krapao is not on the list because I don't like pad krapao very much. It's not one of my favorite dishes. I don't care what Mark Ween says about it. I don't care how much he pumps it up. I don't care. It's not that good. It doesn't belong at the top of the list, in my opinion. So, there we go. All right, so I got my little list here. We're ready to go. Now, some of you may be surprised by this one. This may be, this and maybe one or two other dishes on the list come from the south of Thailand. Thank you. Wow, pancakes. And they're done, and they look very, very good. Let's check it out here, if we can. $220 baht. Coffee, 90 baht, and the water is an exorbitant 50 baht. So there you go. Yeah, I do not like pad krapao, not at all. But that's my own thing. You've been on Khao Soi a couple of times a week. Well, it grows on you for sure. It's very, very good. And I mean, it has to be on the list for people. It has to be on the list, but we're not going to talk about that right now. My number 15 is something that a lot of people, they may not have. They may not like it. It's called Gaeng or Gaeng Som, and it's generally, if it comes from different parts of the country, but if it's done in the south, it's made with fish or shrimp or something like that. But usually it's fish, and it is a sour tasting curry. And a lot of people don't like it. It's grown on me over the years. But it's number 15 because it's not one of my favorites. I mean, you know, I like it. It's good. It is one of my favorites, but it's not right at the top of the list. Now, with Gaeng Som, there's a lot of it's comprised of a lot of ingredients, and you know, some of them some of them are always in, and some of them are not. Pancakes, baby. Gotta love pancakes. You always gotta love pancakes. Got a little white powder on them, white sugar. Very good. Very light. Very fluffy. Now, with Gaeng Som, it has green papaya, curry paste, shrimp paste, lime juice. Generally, it has fish or shrimp in it. Garlic, shallots, a little bit of shallots, and it has turmeric in it. I don't know if that's what gives the sour flavor, makes it more sour, but it is a very sour tasting curry. I would say give it a try. If you haven't had it, give it a try. You may like it, I don't know. You know, it's not for everybody, I'll say that. But really, the bottom three are not for everybody. Some people love them. Some people are like, I can pass on them, you know. But I really like Gaeng Som, and my wife loves it. She makes it at home, and I'm always dipping into it. She usually doesn't make it for me, but sometimes she'll be making it. She'll go, oh, you want some? I'll go, yeah, for sure, make me some. So, Gaeng Som, Gaeng Luang, it's very, very good, very tasty. Now, number 14, this is a pretty easy one. It's one that I would say more people like it than don't. And I don't eat it very often anymore, because it was something I used to eat all the time. You know, I ate it so much that I just got tired of it. And now I eat it once in a while, but it has to be the right place. It has to look right on the street, and that is Gaeng and Khao Neeow. Now, I like Khao Neeow. I can eat Khao Neeow with a lot of things. But if you get the wrong chicken and they barbecue it, you know, the wrong way, if it's not cooked the right way, they don't cook it all the way, then the chicken is not that good. If they cook it to perfection, which of course is how I like it, it's one of my favorites, and it definitely belongs on this list. And it's something that you can eat and go. If you want to be, you don't have to go into a place and eat it. You don't have to sit down. You can just grab it and go, which is why I like it. I do like the 5-star chicken, Ha Dao, but that's not really, well, I guess it is, but it's cooked a little bit differently than the Gaeng on the street. So there you go, that's number 14. So we got number 15, we got number 14. Now number 13, I don't know if anybody's heard of this one. If you haven't, you should try it, and that is Pad Kee Mao. Anybody know what Pad Kee Mao is? It's a noodle dish. As I devour these pancakes. Pad is noodles. Fried noodles. Gee, there's bacon here. Pad Kee Mao is drunken noodles. I actually like the Gaeng from 5-star, a must during a roadie. Yeah, I like it when I just bring it back home and sit down and eat it, but I like the Gaeng you get on the street. I'm eating this bacon with my fingers, it's so good. Pad Kee Mao is a bit spicy. Yeah, but pet is spicy, yes, but pad is not. And Pad Kee Mao means drunken noodles, and they cook it up spicy. It is spicy. If you want it to be spicy, it's spicy. Now, most of these dishes, I'll say, if they're spicy, they're pretty spicy for most people. For me, Pad Kee Mao is a little spicy. You can taste the burn, and you know, it's very, very good. It doesn't really, the spice doesn't really affect me. Some people may find it a little too spicy for their liking. But you can make it as spicy as you want it. You know, it's up to you. But I really like this dish. And a lot of people don't ever eat it. They just eat the usual things. And got any more syrup in here? Trying to get that last bit of syrup out of there. So Pad Kee Mao, and it's a filling dish. If you get you get yourself a special, get yourself an extra large for the Pad Kee Mao, it will fill you up. Which is, you know, when I go out to eat, I don't want to, like 2 hours later, I don't want to be going, I'm still hungry. When I go out to eat, I want to eat and I want to be full. Now, these pancakes probably aren't going to fill me up, but I don't really want to eat that much for breakfast, so that's fine. And it is good. All right, so we got Gaeng Som, Gaeng and Khao Neeow, Pad Kee Mao. All right, now we're going to start to get to some that people may know, people may eat more often. Number 12, Teeow. And Teeow is a standard like breakfast, but it's also it can be a lunch. But it's listen, when I go to have Teeow, most of the time I like to go across the street from my house. The lady has what is it, the patango, the little crunchy dough, and she puts it in to the Teeow, and it just makes it better. It's really, really good. And you know, this lady used to make chicken Teeow, and you almost never see that, and it was so good. I used to go to her place all the time. It was right across the street from my house. And then I think what happened was her daughter got married, got pregnant, now she has a kid, and you know, grandma is taking care of the kid, and that's what she does. She doesn't want to deal with the noodles anymore, so she shut that down. And she was open for years. And it was really, really good chicken Teeow. And right next to her was another Teeow lady who sold pork Teeow, which is very, very good because she puts for what I like, I get the crunchy stuff. I haven't eaten there in months, just because I haven't been eating Teeow, because I don't eat noodles, I don't usually eat pancakes. I'm not eating this kind of stuff. There's too much starch in it. And then next to her is dim sum and silapao. But I don't usually eat that much. That's a quickie if you're really hungry. You just grab it and go. But so number 12 is Teeow, and if you get some good Teeow, it's kind of like pho in Vietnam. You just sit there and your mouth is watering. You can't get enough of it, and by the time you're done, you're like either really full or you want more. And if you want more, you can always have it, but you got to get like 2 of them. I don't usually need 2 of the Teeow. Usually I need 1 or 1 extra large. Sometimes I get an extra large. And it's really, it's a staple. It's kind of like another meal that's not on this list. It's a breakfast joke. Oops. Joke is a good breakfast. But all right, and this is a good one too. And it can be eaten in conjunction with Gaeng and Neeow, and that is Jeeo Musa. Very basic. I can make it at home. And usually I don't make Jeeo Musa, but I make Jeeo Hom Daeng, which is Jeeo with it's an omelet with red onions, and you make it with Thai style. To Thai style, you just eat it with nam pla. Put some nam pla in there. Put some red onions in there. Put your oil in there, and you get yourself a nice fluffy omelet. And it's a meal. It's a side dish. It's it's just it goes with just about everything. A lot of people eat it with Gaeng. So my pancakes are almost gone. Anyway, pancakes are really good. Okay, so the Jeeo. What was this? What am I looking at here? I eat mostly Western food because I've been here a long time. I'm a little tired of these some of these dishes. All right. So number 11 was Khai Jeeo Moo Sap. Number 10 is Gaeng Som, which is it's a green curry with coconut milk. You got what do you call it? Eggplant? Is that what it is? Eggplant. And you got a little bit of potatoes in it. It's good stuff. All right. Just trust me on this. Gaeng Som. It's one of the better dishes, but I don't like the green curry or the yellow curry as much as I like some of the other curries. So I'll get to that in a few minutes. Green curry is indeed aromatic, but I like it once in a while. I don't like it all the time, just because, you know, now I eat a lot of Thai food. I've eaten a lot of Thai food, and, you know, I eat pretty much the same thing every day, and I don't eat Thai food. And when I do, I eat something that I know I'm gonna really, really like. And Gaeng Som is something that I'll eat, like if I go out with a bunch of people and we're all ordering a bunch of food, I'll have some of it on the side. It's one of the dishes that I like, but it's not my favorite. So if we keep going up, I've got one that almost everybody has had. If you've been to Thailand, you've had this. Oh, it's good. And that is Khao Gai Keeow. Let me see here. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Oh, no. Yeah. 10. Okay, this is number 9. Khao Gai Keeow, which is just fried rice with chicken with an egg over the top. If you haven't had it, you know, it gets served with some onion, a little garlic, a little green onions, some scallions or whatever. Very basic, but very, very delicious. Very, very good. It's a go-to. It's a staple. If you just want to go out and you're like, I don't know really what I want. I don't feel like looking at this. There's so many things. Just get the Khao Gai. You can't go wrong with it. You'll always do well if you have the Khao Gai. All right, now let's see here. Gotta get these right here. So number 8. Number 8 is one that I can make. I've made it before, but it does take some work to make it. It's a little bit of work. You know, get all the ingredients, put it in there, cook it all up. It's a little more work than, say, Khao Gai Keeow, which you put the rice in the refrigerator. It sits in the refrigerator for a while. I don't know what that says. You put it in the refrigerator. But it takes a little bit of work to put this together. There's some other people here. And that is Gai Pet Pet Mao Muang, which is very, very good. And I used to eat it at this one restaurant all the time. I used to get it all the time. And they really made it good. They knew how to make it. And I really I loved it there. It was really good food. But it was made with, it has cashews in it. It has chicken. It has some peppers. Hey, carnivore, what's cooking? Gai Pet Pet Ma Muang. That is very, very tasty, but it's a little hard to make. They have the, what is the little chilies? The little, not chilies, it's like the, what are they called? They're like darker chilies. And they cut it up. They don't put the whole chili together. I forget what it's called, but it's very good. You can't go wrong with it, and it is something that really, if you want to learn how to cook Thai food, it's something that you can learn how to cook, and it's very tasty, and it's something that you want to impress your friends, cook them some Gai Pet Pet Ma Muang. It's a cashew dish with chicken. And yeah, cashews and chicken goes together. It's got a bit of a sauce in it, you know, it's very good. All right, so let's go on here. This is number what? Number 7? Oh, well, I missed that one. Okay. Khanom Jeen. Khanom Jeen Nam Ya. Does anybody know what that is? You can have Khanom Jeen Nam Prik, Khanom Jeen Thai Pla, which is what my wife makes all the time. Sometimes she'll come home and she'll have a whole bunch of noodles. They're very sticky, thin noodles, and I'm like, oh, you're making Khanom Jeen again. She's like, yeah, and it's also made with, well, she makes it with a sour curry, and it's a green curry. And it's the kind of dish that you make yourself a bowl of and you eat it and you go, God, I need some more of this. And you just get another bowl and then you go, just let me have a little bit more. Before you know it, you've eaten like 3 or 4 bowls. It's addictive. And it's basically just, you get like some eggplant and some Thai eggplant. You get, no, it's not egg and grilled rice. But you get that sticky rice noodle and you put the noodle in dry. It's just sticky. It sticks together. You put it in a bowl and then you put the curry in and the eggplant, and usually there's, well, not usually, but sometimes there's a little potato. Gotta have some of my coffee. Have some potato in it, and then you could put other stuff in it, but my wife doesn't usually put other stuff in it, and she just makes it up, and we sit there and we eat bowl after bowl, and you can make a huge amount of it because it's basically just noodles. They're already sitting there, and you get them in a bag. You buy them in a bag from the market or something like that, and so, you know, if you have those, if you're getting this Khanom Jeen Nam Ya or Thai Pla, whatever it is, you know, it'll have fish in it. It's a fish sauce. And not everybody likes it. It's a little sour, but I like it. Like I said, it's one of my favorite dishes, and you can't go wrong with it. All right, number 7, Number 7 is Massaaman Gai. This is another one that if you come here and you've never had Massaaman, you gotta try it. If you've never had Massaaman, you've gotta try it. You have to. It's something that you owe it to yourself to have it at least once. I'm gonna say you need to have it a little more often than that. We're getting to my really absolute favorites. But Massaaman Gai is, it's very tasty. It's a red curry. It's like a reddish curry and a reddish orange curry with potato, and Gai is chicken. So you have chicken in it. You have some spices in it, and overall, and it's got the coconut curry in it. So, you know, the coconut curry, I like coconut. So for me, it works. All right, now number 5, Khao Kluk Kapi. And this one, I don't know how many people really like it. Kapi is shrimp paste, and something about shrimp paste, it just works. If you smell it in a jar, you go, ugh. It's kind of nasty. You don't really like it. But if you smell it in food with other accoutrements, it's fantastic. Now, what this Khao Kluk Kapi has is it has rice in it. It's usually like a brown rice. It has the shrimp paste. It has green mango. It has egg, which has been cooked, so it's like a shredded omelet. It has red onions, dried shrimp. It has sweet pork. Sweet pork, there's a sauce on it that makes the pork sweet. It's very good. There you go. Oh, well, I didn't know that. Nobody told me that, carnivore. You know, I need to make my kimchi again because that last batch of kimchi I made was pretty good. It came out pretty good. All things considered, for my first kimchi, it came out pretty good. I didn't put any shrimp paste in there. I should have put it in there. Nobody told me about that. That's the secret. So I should have put that in there. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I'm gonna have to go out and buy some of the ingredients to make some kimchi again, because buying kimchi all the time can add up and can be a bit expensive. I mean, I eat a kimchi every single day. And the little packages I get kimchi in, they give me 1 or 2 servings, and they're about 90 baht to 120 baht. That means I'm paying about 40 baht a serving for kimchi. That's just for the kimchi. And it doesn't fill me up, it's a side dish. And I like the radish kimchi. I like it better than the cabbage. So it's fantastic. Now, this is Korean food we're talking about. And I did go to the Korean barbecue the other day, if Mr. whatever he's calling himself today, 2Q Asia, Gennaro with a J, whatever he's calling himself. I went to the Korean barbecue the other day. It was 249 baht, plus another 50 baht for refills on your drink, so 299. It was very, very good. And you get all you can eat for, I think it's an hour and a half or 2 hours, something like that. Yeah, those, man, the radish are fantastic. I don't know what it is about them. It's a nice, when I have like an omelet and I have some bacon and I have like some chicken or beef or whatever it is. And then on the side, I have that kimchi. That kimchi, that radish, the crunch, and the flavor, it just works well together. It really works well with omelet. So maybe you should try kimchi with like Jeeo musa, Jeeo hom Daeng. Maybe you can try that. That'd be really good. But Khao Kluk Kapi, you have Chinese sausage in it. You have chilies. You have cucumber. You have green onions. You have cilantro, and you have beans. Green beans, long green beans. So it's a very busy dish. It's got all kinds of things in it, but it works. And it's up there, it's in the top 5 for me. It's one of my favorite dishes. Khao Kluk Kapi. You can't always find it. You might be able to find it in a food court, like, you know, at Happy Land, there's a food court, there's a lady there, she serves it up. She's the only one I know that serves it. But I've seen it in other places. You know, like in Ortorkor Market, there's a few places that I've seen it. But it's not usually, you don't usually find it out on the street. So you're gonna have to search a little bit, or you can just make your own. But I don't know what it is, but she makes it right. I mean, you know, I ask her, put a little extra sausage on there, make it extra large, you know, make it pieced, and she makes it, and it's just a mound of rice with the shrimp paste, you know, all through it. She's got the mango, the shredded egg, and then you got the sausage on top of it, you got the sweet pork, and then on top of that is like the red onions, the green onions, the cilantro, the beans, that's all on top of it. The dried shrimp. Fantastic. Can't go wrong with it. That's, I think, number 5 on my list, Khao Kluk Kapi. Number 4 on my list is Khao Kha Moo, which I'd say it's a bit of a, it's kind of like a, how do I say it? It's not your most, it's not the most refined dish that you'll find somewhere. I mean, it's not. But it's so tasty. And I like to have it once in a while because it's so flavorful. It's kind of like Khao Soi. It's kind of like most of my favorite dishes that I like. If I eat them all the time, they won't be my favorites because they're full of flavor. They're so flavorful. You can't eat them all the time. You eat them all the time, it takes away from the dish. You know, like the first time you have it, you're like, oh my God. If you went back the very next day and had it the next day, you'd be like, oh, that's really good. Yeah, it's good. Then the next day after that, you'd be like, well, it's not quite as good as the first day. Because you get used to the flavors. Now, if you have it once in a while, you won't get used to the flavors. That's why I don't like to eat Thai food that much anymore, because I've already gotten used to all the flavors. I've already eaten. I don't like Tom Yum Goong. I don't like it. It bugs me. The lemongrass irks me. I eat it and I go, I don't want to eat this. That's why it's not on the list. That's not on the list. Pat Krapao is not on the list. Som Tam is not on the list. Gang Daeng is not on the list. But it's just because I don't want to eat them. They irritate me. I mean, Som Tam is the kind of dish I have to be in the mood for it. I really have to want, and I don't get in the mood for it that often. Not anymore. I've had it so many times. People, have this. And then I'm just like, ugh. Even my wife, I can't remember the last time she's had Som Tam. She may have had it at work or something like that, but I don't remember the last time she's had it. Yeah, do me a favor, listen, if you can, click that thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. I gotta ask now, I don't know why, I always gotta ask now. Click the thumbs up, subscribe, hit the join button, go down below, find out all the ways you can help the channel and watch me and find out what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. Som Tam, Tom Yum, they don't make the grade. And I don't like the flavors of Tom Yum. I don't like the soup. Maybe in the very, very beginning I liked it. When I was eating it in the US, I might have liked it. But I don't like it anymore. I don't like Som Tam. I don't like Pad Krapao. And I don't like Gang Daeng. I don't really like it. It's just not, it just doesn't work for me, okay? But Khao Kha Moo is fantastic. They make the huge vats and they chop up all the chicken They chop it all up right in front of you. You get a piece head, you know, you get a bigger one than usual. They chop it all up. They put it right on top of the rice. They pour a broth. They give you a couple different kinds of sauces to choose from. That's it. It doesn't come with much more than that. It comes with some greens on it. And other than that, that's it. It's simple. I like these simple peasant-like dishes. You can call it peasant food if you want. I like to sometimes made with cucumbers instead of green mango. Yeah, okay. I can understand that. I'm not into the whole, you know, oh, I gotta eat this, it's so spicy, I want to kill myself. I don't care about that anymore. I've already done that. And, you know, I don't really have a problem with spice, but the spice needs to, it can't just be spice for the sake of having spice. I just want it spicy. No, it needs to be spicy because it makes it taste better. How much spice do you need in somtam to make it good? I need enough to make my nose run and my eyes water. And that's about it. All right. Number 5 was Kluk Kapi. Number 4 is Khao Kha Moo. You've never eaten pad thai, really? Why not? Number 3, and I know this might surprise some people, but number 3 is pad see ew. Another very simple dish, and I can make it. I don't usually make it because I don't usually want to take the time to do it. I can just buy it. I can buy it for 50, 60 baht. Get myself a nice big plate of noodles. The lady down the street cooks up the pad see ew. She makes it very good. It's very good, but it's not the best. There are some people who make pad see ew, and when you have pad see ew, the right pad see ew, it's like the noodles are almost, I don't know, there's a caramelization that goes on, if you know what I mean. The soy sauce, I think, is what is caramelized. And the noodles tend to melt in your mouth. There's a couple different kinds of soy sauce. The dark sauce, the light sauce. Sometimes they put oyster sauce in it. But you can get a good plate of noodles, a good plate of pad see ew for 50, 60 baht, just about anywhere. You look around, you can find it, especially out in the countryside. You know, you go to a restaurant where it might cost you 80 baht, 100 baht, 120 baht. You know, if it's a upscale kind of place, it might be, it might be 150 baht or something like that. But pad see ew is very, very good dish. What is your name? Hija de una grande what? Grande puta. Ugh. Hawaiian sidecar. Hey, Scott. Hey. So, those are my, let's just go over them here right now. 15 is Gaeng Som. 14 is Gaeng and Keeow. 13 is Pad Kee Mao. 12 is Teeow Reua. 11 is the very simple Khai Jeeo, Musa. Number 10 is Khao Soi Gai Khai Dao. Number 9 is, oh wait a minute, let's see here. We got Gaeng Waan. We have Gai Pet Pet Ma Muang. Khanom Jeen Nam Ya. Khanom Jeen Nam Prik. Khanom Jeen Thai Pla. Thai Pla, I like Thai Pla. We have Massaaman Gai, which is, Massaaman is fantastic. It's always very, very good. I don't have to brush up on my Spanish because the thing is that my Spanish comes back to me while I'm there. So in a couple of months, my Spanish would be quite good. So I already knew what it meant. I just didn't want to say it. I want to let you say it because for whatever reason, you need to be the focus of attention and change your name so that people will look at your title. I knew it wasn't Mr. 2Q Asia. I knew it wasn't him because he does it to rile you. He doesn't do it because he wants to be seen. If he wanted to be seen, he would be in every single stream all the time and he would always be changing his name and, you know, he doesn't care. Anyway, I said Khao Kha Moo. Oh, wait a minute. We said Massaaman Gai, Khao Kluk Kapi, Khao Kha Moo, Teeow. Teeow was number 3, right? Number 2 on the list is Pad Thai Goong. You haven't had Pad Thai carnivore. You need to have it at least once. It's not, I mean, really, eating noodles once in a great while is not going to kill you. It's so good. It's a standard. It's a staple. You know, it's like Jeeo. It's like Khao Pad. It's like Gaeng. Well, that's very good. And I like the Morning Glory with garlic. You know, all they do is put that the kale, the Chinese kale or whatever it is they put in there, and then they just put some oyster sauce, little nam pla, and they just mix it up. That's all it is. It's very, very good, but it didn't make my list because it's not really a meal. These are, if you look at these are all meals. They're not desserts, they're not appetizers, they're meals. So maybe I can go over desserts and, you know, appetizers. I can go over those in another stream or something like that. But with the Pad Thai, what gives? Why no Pad Thai? What is your reasoning for not having Pad Thai? How do you eat Thai food and never have Pad Thai? And it's not like you haven't known about Thailand and you just learned about it and you're just trying to figure things. You've known about Thailand for a long time, so I'm really surprised you don't have Pad Thai. Gai Manao, Mu Katiem, Daeng. Yeah, I mean, you know, all those are good, but they don't make my list. They're not, for me, they're not the best. I mean, you know, Mutot Katiem is very good, but it's not a full meal, really. I mean, maybe it is, depending on how you make it and how you eat it, but yeah, it's not, to me, it's very simple, and if you make it right, okay, it's simple, it's good, you eat it, you're done. It's quick and easy. Doesn't really belong on the list. After all this time I'm on a roll, so I'll never get it. Besides, it's an imitation Chinese noodle dish. Well, maybe it is. I think that the Thais steal a lot of things from people, which, number one, on this list, came into the Thai North because of the Chinese Muslim immigrants that came from Yunnan province in China. I don't know how many years ago, but that's what number 1 is on this dish, on this list. But yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. You gotta try it at least once. Have it. Get it somewhere. Get it at a reputable place that's very clean. They serve very clean food. It's not some place where they're just banging stuff out, and it's a, you know, kind of a dirty kind of place that, you know, get it from a really good place. Now I do believe I have a video coming up. It's part of when I was in Chinatown a week ago or so, week and a half ago, and I had some Pad Thai. At the end of the stream, I had some Pad Thai, and it was very good. it was very pricey for what pad thai is. I mean, pad thai should be anywhere from 50 to 80 baht. Shouldn't cost any more than that. And I think it cost 120, 150 where I was. It was too much, but it was very, very good. I will say that. Believe it or not, pad kapow is one of my favorites. Reminds me of my childhood. Ground beef and rice. Same, just different. No, it's not my favorite. Pad kapow is, to me, is, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't work for me. You know, the egg and the pad kapow, the egg and the meat and the rice, yeah, maybe that works sometimes and it tastes flavorful. But most of the time, I think that the way that it's made, the basil and the spice work against the dish, for me. Yeah, it's the basil that I don't really like, and the taste of basil with that spice in it. It just doesn't work for me. I mean, I'll tell you something. Pad kapow is one of those dishes where I'll eat it if I have to. I can make it. It's very easy to make. And I can do a good job making it. But it is probably one of the dishes, it's one of my least favorite dishes of all the Thai dishes, pad kapow. That is one of my least favorite dishes. In fact, I'm trying to think, what do I not like? Yum Won Sen is a little bit better than that, but the reason I don't particularly like Yum Won Sen, that is the one dish, Yum Won Sen Tele, is the one dish that when you put it all together, I think it's the onions, or there's something in there, I'm trying to remember what it is. Maybe it's the onion, the spice in it doesn't really work for me. It's too much. It just bugs me. It's the spice that I can't handle. Yum Won Sen, that's the one dish. And I don't like pad kapow as much as I like Yum Won Sen. So that tells you how much I like pad kapow. I really don't like it. Okay, maybe it'll work, but the whole point of pad kapow is to have basil in it. You know. All right, now number one, and this should not come as a surprise to most of you, and that is Khao Soi. The other day when I had it, I just thought, this is the most fantastic dish. Now, I've had it twice in the last, say, 2 weeks. I probably won't have it again for a little while, but I've had it twice. Oh, I had it back in Chiang Mai. There was right next to where I was staying, there was a very famous Khao Soi place that people were lining up. There was a long line for people waiting to get into the restaurant. Bo went there with Steve and Michelle, and then I went and joined her later on. I think I was getting coffee or doing something, and then I went in afterwards, and I was like, oh, give me a little bite of that. And it was very good. I should have sat down and had a bowl of it myself, but it's very interesting, this dish, because it's also it's a meal that it's a pretty basic dish. It's not all that difficult to make. You can make it, but you got to make it the right way. First of all, the fried noodles. Those fried noodles make the dish. It provides the crunch to the smooth, to the creamy, to the buttery, to the coconut curry flavor. The noodles are vital. And then, of course, the coconut milk. I need one beef and one chicken. Yeah, I mean, it's really that good. I always get chicken. I don't know why. Usually I like beef dish more than I like chicken dishes. I'm a little sick of chicken. Chicken is cheaper, but I'm a little sick of chicken. But when I get khao soi, I don't know why, I get the chicken. Crispy deep fried noodles, mustard greens, shallots, all these things, you mix them all up. And I mean, it's the, let me see if I can describe the flavor to you guys, if you've never had it. It's the kind of meal that you take a bite of it, I don't want to say that it explodes and you're like, oh my God, all these, but no, it's not really like that. You eat it, and if you're eating the crunchy noodles at the same time, you get that crunch. Then you get the sweetness of the curry. It's a good curry. It's not like a sour curry where you're like Gaeng Som. It's not a curry like that. It's a smooth, silky, buttery, creamy coconut curry. You have that. And then you get the noodles, so you get a little soft texture. And those facets of the meal, they just make it. What's the name of the place? I'm curious. There's a lot of Michelin-starred restaurants in Thailand now. I'm gonna have to start going to some of them. It's very good. I noticed that. Yeah, there's a mixture of people that come here. Some are. Thank you, Mr. Jack. Appreciate that. Appreciate it, guys. No super chats today. Wow. Oh well, I guess. You know, you guys can help show the love by using the super chats too. That's a good thing. There are people watching. There's not very many speaking, but there are people watching and listening and learning. So I do appreciate that. And just keep on watching. That's great. But you can always send a super chat. Yeah, what I was going to say here is that it seems like it's spread out. It's about 70% foreigners here, and the rest are Thai. The more upscale Thais tend to come to this building, which has a lot of nice restaurants, and they're all expensive. None of them are cheap. None of them are, oh, it's 50 baht for this. I don't know how much the churros are, which are very good. Churros are excellent. Yeah, they're good, but I try to stay away from them because they're too good. Where was it? I think in Amsterdam, my wife and I and the boys went into this place, and it was just full of sweets and Khanom, pastries, and they had all these pastries, and they had all these, and we saw the churros, and we just went, let's get 2 churros. We got 2 churros there, and they were covered up. Ratsky, thank you very much. I appreciate it. You are the first of the day. I'll give you the thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you very much for the super chat. Now, I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. But we had they were churros. I don't know if they were called churros there, but they were churros. And they gave us this big vat of chocolate to dip into. It was like a big plastic container full of chocolate. Long time, yes. Well, I don't know. I didn't know if you were watching and you don't speak, or, I don't know. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's very nice of you. But this chocolate was very good, and we dipped into it. Our hands got all messy. We were just Listen, a good short. I mean, food. The thing with food. I mean, I like food. Obviously, I like Thai food. Garai, mate. I like food. Period. So I have to watch what I eat. I have to monitor what I eat. I have to watch my weight. Check my weight. On a daily basis, every morning I wake up, I check, I see how much do I weigh, and hang on 1 second. I don't see what you sent me there, Richard. Every day I check, because I know, like, if I have something that I shouldn't have, or that I'm thinking, if I have this, if I have a sweet, like today I had pancakes, I know I better eat good for my lunch. I know I better eat really healthy. It's a late lunch. It'll be about 3 o'clock. And for dinner, I have a coffee. That's it. I have coffee at like 5 or 6 o'clock. That's all I have for the rest of the night. Now today, I think at 5 o'clock, I have a yoga class. I'm into this yoga. Very into the yoga. And the reason that I like it, it's kind of like having a shot of tequila or having an espresso. You go in for an hour, and it's an internal thing, but you are using your entire body. And I'm telling you, there was a 47-year-old woman teaching the class yesterday, and I can tell you that she didn't look 47, and her body looked like a 25-year-old's. But most of the ladies, they absolutely kill you in the class. By the time I'm done, I'm dripping in sweat. And I don't think I'm very good. They're like, oh, you're doing great. You're very good. You're so limber. And I'm like, no, I'm not limber at all. So, for some of you, especially you big muscular guys, I would say, or you fat guys, whatever it is, who have a hard time with stretching and being limber, I would say give it a try at least 3 times a week. Just because it's a very different type of exercise. It's like swimming versus lifting weights. It's like doing Muay Thai versus doing yoga. It's a very different way of doing things. And I'm thinking for myself of longevity. And that's why I look at these Thai dishes, and a lot of these are loaded up with sugar, if you allow them to be. They have sugar in them. They have all kinds of things. Oh, okay. All right. I'll check it out. Oh, it's in Icon Siam. Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out after the stream. Everybody knows J-Fi has a place here. Which, I don't know, I mean, paying $35-40 for an omelet, I don't know. But, okay, it's a crab omelet. I'll give you that. So, yeah, maybe I should go. I need to go. And for me, a lot of times it's, do I really feel like doing it? Now, tomorrow I'm going to go out, and I'm going to do some filming. There's some places I'm going to go tomorrow that I've been meaning to go for quite some time. It should be a nice surprise. So that'll be coming up hopefully this weekend. But, there's my list of 15 places. I'm just going to read them real quick. 15 places, 15 dishes, Thai dishes that you may want to try, because they are 15 of my favorite dishes. Gaeng or Gaeng Som, Gaeng and Neeow, had Kee Mao. Number 12, Teeow, Reua. Number 11, Khai Jeeo Musap. Number 10, Gaeng Waan. Number 9, Khao Soi Gai Khai Dao. Very simple dish. And we got, what is this, number 8, Gai Pat Pet Ma Muang, Khanom Jeen Nam Ya, Khanom Jeen Nam Prik, Khanom Jeen Thai Pla, any Khanom Jeen. Then we have number, I think it's number 6, Massaaman Gai, number 5, Khao Kluk Kapi, number 4, Khao Kha Moo. Peasant food, that's what I call it, but it's just a big old sloppy mess of pork, and it's very, very tasty. Number 3, I don't know why this is number 3 on my list. It should be in the top 10 for sure, but I just put it there because I was thinking of it and I thought, wow, it's so good. Pad See Ew. Another easy dish to make. I can make it, you know, I can make most of these. Number 2, Pad Thai Goong. Number 1, Khao Soi with chicken. I like it with chicken. And Khao Soi is fabulous. You need to try Khao Soi. You need to try all these. Khao Soi, Pad Thai Goong, Pad See Ew, Khao Kha Moo, Khao Kluk Kapi, Massaaman Gai, Khanom Jeen, Gai Pet Pet Ma Muang, Khao Pet Gai Khai Dao, Gaeng Som, Khai Jeeo Mu Sap, Khai Jeeo Hom Daeng, Teeow Reua, Pad Kee Mao, Gaeng and Khao Neeow, Gaeng Luang, also known as Gaeng Som. So there's the 15. That's them. That's my list for the day. I like lists. I have lists of lists. But that should get you started. I don't like Pad Krapao. I don't like Somtam. I don't like Pad Krapao. It's not one of my favorites. It doesn't belong on that list. Gang Daeng. What is it? What is it? Khao Mok Gai, I don't like. I mean, I like it, but it's not on that list. And it belongs much ahead of Pad Krapao. The other one is Khao Gai. I like that a lot with the fried chicken. I like it a lot. It's probably number like 16. It's right up there. But it's so basic. It's just rice and chicken and a little sauce. It's a little too simple. And it doesn't have all that much flavor. I mean, it has a little, but it's not like an intricate dish like Khao Soi or Pad Thai or Khao Kluk Kapi that has a lot of different flavors all mixed into it. Where you're going, oh yeah, there's the carrot, oh there's the egg, oh there's the sausage. Muang Khao Neeow didn't make the list. That makes me sad. Well, Khao Neeow made it with Gaeng. I said Gaeng. Muang, I don't know. Depends on the pork. That's the thing. I mean, you know, it's subjective. If I added another 5 on this, maybe it would be on that list. If I went up to 20, from 20 to 15, I don't know what I would put on there. Maybe I would put that. You know, Khao Gai, Khao Mok Gai, which I do like. Yeah, most of these, you know, most of the dishes you can find pretty much all over the place. Some of them, like Khao Kluk Kapi, a little harder to find. And Khao Kluk Kapi, you're not going to find it out on the street. You're not going to just run out, you know, I mean, you see everywhere. You see, you know, satay, you see gaeng, you see squid, you see all kinds of stuff like that. But you don't see Khao Kluk Kapi. You don't see Khao Soi. And some people like lap. It's not one of my favorites. You know, it doesn't belong in the top 20 in my opinion. But you know, I'm not into Isan food all that much. I don't like certain foods from there, but I do like, you know, Gaeng. I do like Jeeo. What else? Can I think of anything else here? Any other ones? I'd have to really look at the lists that I have, but Pad Krapao and Som Tam and Tam Yam Kung do not belong on a list anywhere. Just take those off of any list you have and put them my least favorite. Those are my least favorites. So. Anyway, those are the big 15. So go try some. You know, there are some desserts and things like that that I really like, but I try to stay away from those. There's some desserts like Khao Neeow with what do you call it? With mango and sweet coconut. Oh man, I mean, come on, it's heaven. Coconut ice cream. You know, some of these they're fantastic, but I don't want to eat them. Because if you eat them, then you go, okay, well, how am I gonna make up for this? Yeah, that might make the list of top 20. Bami might make it. Bami Keeow. There's a guy down the street from where I live that makes that every day. And the reason I don't go to him is, first of all, he's a little bit expensive. And he has the pork belly, which I really like. And he puts it in the egg noodle soup for me. However, it costs an arm and a leg. It's like 120 baht. You know, he'll charge me anywhere from 100 to 150 baht, depending on what the meal is. It's just, to me, I'm like, why do I need to spend that? If I'm gonna get the Thai meal, if I really want that, I'll get it. But you know, most of the time I don't need to spend that. I can spend 50 or 60 baht and I'll get a good meal, you know? Yeah. I can't see what's being said here. Let me see. The barbecue spicy possible I hear is pet. I don't care about pet or any of that stuff. I don't care about how spicy it is or any of that. But what I do care about is, does it really need the spice to make it flavorful? Does it need the spice to add to the dish? If it doesn't, if you're just adding spice, then you don't need it. You're just adding spice for the sake of adding spice. You don't need the spice. You know, you can add a little bit of spice and it makes the dish taste wonderful. If you add a little bit too much, you're like, it's too much, you know, I don't like it. No, that's not true. They don't eat Jeeo, they don't eat Gaeng, they don't eat Khao Neeow, they don't eat Khao Pad. Come on, man. You know, I used to live out in the country. I've lived in the country a couple of times in my stay here, and I know what they eat. They don't eat stuff that looks like dirt. Most of the time. Sometimes they do, but most of the time they eat just like stuff of what I'm talking about. You know. And, you know, Isan is not the only area of Thailand that people want to live or that people eat. You know, they eat in the south. They eat, I forget what that dish is in the south. I can't remember what it was, but there's an old lady, and she's one of the only ladies in the south that makes this particular dish. And I was going to go interview her and you know, film her and do everything, but I just haven't gotten back down to the south. There's plenty of good food down in the south. People don't eat in Bangkok. There's plenty of food in the north, in Chiang Mai, that, you know, Khao Soi. It's not specific to the north of Thailand, and you can find it more and more in Bangkok. But, you know, yeah, no rat. We eat and drink beer. Not we rat, but they do eat field rat in Isan. So there you have it. Guys, one last time, hit the like button, subscribe, join. It's $1.99. Can't complain about that. Come on, $1.99. Go down in the description. Everything's in the description down below. Check it out. Buy me a coffee. CASHAPP. If you're in America, CASHAPP is great. Fantastic app. It really is a good app. I like it. And then Patreon. Don't forget about Patreon. Everything's down in the description. Go to my website at americaninbangkok.com. Get yourself a American in Bangkok t-shirt. Get yourself whatever you want. There's merch, hats, mugs, shirts, all kinds of things. And I think that's the end of the stream. I appreciate everybody joining me. Appreciate joining in for the chat here. And you know, we don't talk about food all that much, and I guess maybe we need to a little bit more. I know everybody wants to talk about women, but you know, it's just like anything else. You talk about them all the time, you get bored with them. Women are women, you know. You shag them a few hundred times and you get sick of them, you know. Then some days you're like, oh, you know, it's really nice to be with her. Then the next day you're kind of like, let her do her thing. Then the next day you're like, oh, okay, well, I want to be with her. Then the next day, you know, get real. You got to get real. Yes, I think it was a very good topic, Jim. And if you talk about women, you know, you're going to talk about, oh, well, do you want a good woman? Do you want a woman to have fun with? Or do you want to have a woman, oh, she's going to be your girlfriend, but you're going to pay? I mean, we don't need to talk about this. I mean, we can every once in a while, but like all the time? Do I really have to school you all? It's very simple. Do not get emotionally involved with a working girl, if you know what I mean. That's the number one rule. It's the golden rule. Do not get emotionally involved with a working girl. That means don't part with all your hard-earned cash and spend everything you have. It means don't be sending them money. Don't be doing stupid things like that. That's all I have to say. Now, if you want to talk about food, you want to talk about transportation, you want to talk about, you know, the culture, whatever, hey, we got all the time in the world. We can talk all day. But for now, that's all I have. I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Until next time, Chok Di Leo Jerken Mai. That's good luck and see you later, alligator in a wild crocodile. And look at this. What a lovely view. There we go. All right, cheers, laters, hasta la vista, jerk on. What's for dessert? I don't know, how about some coconut ice cream? How about some roti? How about some roti? Sounds good to me. Roti sounds good. All right, I better go. I'm out of here. I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you soon. Maybe Thursday, maybe Friday, I'm not sure. But I'll talk to you soon, okay?